Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be makeup and skincare for smile lines. If you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. My name is Sarah Taylor. I'm a skincare expert. I'm a skincare expert. I'm a master makeup artist. I'll leave my website below where I basically provide one-on-one consultations and coaching. So essentially my job is to help you in whatever way you need help in terms of makeup or skincare. It can be anything from building a skincare routine to answering questions about, why you find yourself more reactive to this versus that, or hey, I have this skin condition and I am trying to fix, whatever, or I'm trying to fight aging, or literally cast that net as broad as you want. I've probably had at least one client with that concern, and that's my job. So I am here to help in terms of skincare and then also in terms of makeup as well. So makeup being anything from I don't know how to update my look to I don't know how to put this on. And I find the most common thing I've heard in terms of makeup guidance is it's so easy when you have somebody else doing it for you, but to actually be holding the brush or holding the tool in your hand the entire time, nobody offers that. So I do virtual consultations, which means whatever product or tool we're talking about, that stays in your hand the whole time because I'm not in the room with you. So if you're interested in more, I'll leave my site below. Feel free to take a look. I've got FAQs and reviews and all that kind of fun stuff up there, but I have an email as well, so if you are interested in booking with me, please send me an email. I'm happy to answer any questions you've got before you want to book, or make sure that, we're clear on something. That's fine. I've done this for a really long time. I promise you're not going to scare me. You're not going to tell me something I haven't heard before. So that being said, I've been hit up a lot to do videos talking about like specific skincare or makeup tips, tricks, what have you, for different things. This specific video is going to be on smile lines. So that's a really common question I get asked a lot because it's one of the first signs of aging that you see. It's really humbling when it happens. So I am not really keen on giving broad generic advice because there are so many factors that go into why things do and don't work for you, but I will tell you the trending issues I find and things that can treat. So in terms of smile lines, which are like the lines that come from your basically your nares to your the corners of your mouth. So those can get treated several ways, staying in the like non-filler med spa doctor's office route, staying in topical skincare. The top 3 things I recommend to people are proper exfoliation, proper hydration, and a good retinol. Here's why. Exfoliation is important because it sweeps off the dead skin cells, right? So as we age, our skin cell turnover slows, which is why we get texture, why we get that kind of ruddiness, why our skin looks just like haggard, or, everybody has a different term for it, but you know it. I personally like this one a lot. It's the AmorePacific Treatment Enzyme Peel. I've talked about this a million times. I like it because it's smart and it's an enzymatic exfoliation, so it's safe for sensitive skin. What I mean by smart is it knows the difference between the cells that are ready to go and the cells that aren't. And it's got a combination of papaya and green tea enzymes in it. So it is a powder, you get it wet, turns into a foam, you push on, you massage it into the skin for like 30-60 seconds, and then you rinse. It's that easy. I use it alongside of retinol, benzoyl peroxide, vitamin C. I recommend it to clients all the time. I really do. It is beautiful. It works phenomenally well if you have KP. If you have any kind of like flare up, as long as you don't have an allergy to anything in it, I really love this. I think it's a great product. I'm very thankful for it and it'll last forever. So first and foremost, you should be exfoliating frequently. Please, for the love of God, do not think I mean you should be physically exfoliating your skin frequently. If you're using St. Ives, I am not your girl. You need to be using the right kind of exfoliant, and you need to know the difference between the types of exfoliant. If you want a video on that, let me know. If you want to hit me up and do a consultation about that, let me know. I have had plenty of former exfoliant addicts talk to me, so we can discuss that. The next step would be to use a retinol. My favorite over-the-counter retinol that you can find in like a Sephora or a Nordstrom would be by Sunday Riley. I like Luna, I like A+. Luna's what I've got right now. If you want to get it at a med spa or a doctor's office, I recommend the brand SkinBetter Science. It's an AlphaRet overnight cream that's really, really good. The guy who created Juvederm created that. It's great. That is blended with an AHA though, so just be mindful of that. You are getting an exfoliant in there. AHA is a chemical exfoliant. Yeah, so the reason why retinol is important is because it encourages your cell turnover. It basically works from the bottom of the skin, and it kind of slaps your skin and says, hey, make 16-year-old cells again, like look younger. And it encourages more rapid skin cell turnover, therefore encouraging you to have fresher skin more frequently, and looking younger, more plump, etc. It is the most recommended ingredient for anti-aging. It is an umbrella ingredient. Retinol is a synthetic vitamin A derivative, and it's fantastic. It's great if you have acne. It's great if you have aging concerns. It really is like a really great umbrella ingredient that you should have in something, depending on what you get it from. If you're getting it from a prescription or whatever, you might be getting a more intense form of retinol, so you might have flaking or redness. So therefore, if you're in that boat, you should not be using it every single night. You need to work up your tolerance. But again, there's like a bunch of different options on the planet. Depending on which one you went for, dictates your experience with it. And your skin type, obviously. The third like big kind of catch-all thing you should be doing is properly hydrating your skin. This is probably the most confusing part of it because people have very almost like religious belief levels of what hydration should feel like or what their skin can handle, etc., etc. You need to be properly hydrating your skin. That is what that's what keeps your skin plump. It's what keeps your skin looking youthful, looking voluminous, giving you that, giving you that youthful glow we all want, right? So proper hydration can be found in a million different forms, and there's always a new moisturizer on the market. So it really depends on you, your budget, what you're comfortable with, etc. But my best advice is find one that doesn't just feel good, but when you wake up in the morning or throughout the course of the day, like you really feel like this thing's got your back. Because with a good moisturizer, you really can ask it to do that. It is unbelievable to me how many people use a moisturizer they don't even like. When there are so many on the market that are fantastic. So again, the other thing with moisturizer that's important is it supports the skin's ability to handle the exfoliation and the retinol and whatever else you're doing. So yeah, so it'll plump everything up, and it'll also kind of fortify it and give it a stronger lipid barrier, so it can actually handle the other more aggressive ingredients that you got in your skincare routine. Those are the 3 important products you should have in your skincare routine at some point for smile lines. And again, you want to take the dead skin off, you want to encourage new skin to come up, and you want to properly hydrate that skin so it's bouncy and glowy and youthful. Non-skincare, non-makeup options you need to be doing if you can. Obviously drink a lot of water. That's vital. That's your body's made up mostly of water. You need to hydrate your skin. That will make a massive difference. If you are not ready for med spa options, like if you don't want a needle in your face, you need to be doing that. You should probably be taking a vitamin as well. Take things that encourage your body. Take a probiotic, take collagen if you're into that. Those are all great ideas. Another thing that's important is sunscreen. Again, it's personal, so find one you like, stick to it until they stop making it. But sunscreen does a world of good. I can tell you, I've had way more pronounced smile lines than I have currently. I haven't had anything done there. I haven't had threading put in. I haven't had like filler or anything done there. So I really can tell you, and since I'm blonde, we age the fastest, I can tell you truly, this stuff does help. Okay, so moving on to makeup, I have filmed part of my makeup routine today just to kind of speak to some product application, products in general, XYZ, if you are concerned about smile lines that you should be mindful of or aware of. So I will include that now. Okay, so for the makeup portion of this, I just thought what better way to talk you through this than to do some of my makeup with you. Like, obviously you want to do your skincare. Obviously you want to take like the necessary steps to actually treat the skin topically to minimize these fine lines and wrinkles. But in terms of your makeup, the best advice is prep correctly, which means if you use a primer, use the right primer. If you wear like foundation or a cushion or anything like that, just make sure you're using the right one for you. Whatever your needs are, your skin type is, your environment is, how physically demanding your day is, all that kind of stuff. You have to take all that into consideration because you need your products to perform correctly. And it's not fair to ask products that aren't designed to do certain things to do those things just because you want that, right? That's not what they're made for necessarily. So kind of rule number one is make sure you're using the right stuff. Rule number two, light layers. The heavier handed you are, the more product you have available to actually crease. So specifically in the smile lines, I go over them, but I don't like pop, 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 pop inside of them, right? Because all you're doing is adding stuff on top that can crease. I will tell you, I wear one of the best tips I can give you. I do wear this cushion. I've worn this for quite a while now. I mention this all the time. It's the AmorePacific Cushion Compact. It's the Color Control Cushion Compact. It's a broad spectrum SPF 50, but it has bamboo sap in it, so it plumps up the skin with the amino acids, so your makeup isn't as likely to settle. This is my sunscreen, and it's like a color corrector. So this is what I wear if I, you know, like need to have something on my face, but I'm not really gonna wear makeup that day. I'll go with this guy on its own, and I don't have creasing. I will also say though, I always set my makeup. If I have anything on my face in terms of makeup, I always set it because that's my skin type. In terms of foundation, if you're gonna build your makeup, I strongly recommend that you, again, go with lighter layers. Go with something that's not going to get cakey, that isn't supposed to be spackle. That really truly is like some of the best advice. So I like a water-based foundation. I like the really, really thin ones. Basically, you want serum formulas. So regardless of what it is that you're using, foundation, concealer, a color corrector, I don't care. Make sure you have a thin formula. You don't want something thick and goopy. You want something that spreads like water or like close to it. That feels super thin on the skin, because then it doesn't build up as much on the face, right? You're not as likely to get the creasing. End of the day, makeup's job is not to treat your skin. It's not to like actually provide any sort of treatment. And it's basically there to like help you hide, you know, stuff, or help you make you feel better, or, you know, if you're like me, give you the contrast that your hair color does not actually provide you. I always kind of feel the need to say, specifically in the fine lines and wrinkles category, don't start with makeup. Makeup is not going to help you. There are options that are better for you than others in terms of their texture, their performance, their ingredient deck, but you gotta start with skincare. Okay, so light layers, right? That's what I'm doing. And then you must set. Because if you don't, the second it interacts with moisture, the second your body temperature goes up, the second anything like that occurs, you're gonna crease. That's what happens. That's a natural human thing. Oh, okay, so to keep this specifically focused on the smile lines, I'm not gonna do the rest of my face yet. I'm just gonna show you. You go in. You just press. You kind of press. It's like a dab and a push. And I do try to like stretch the skin out a little bit, but that's it. That's all I do. Voila. That is the end of that. In terms of the eye, like your Botox kind of crow's feet, whatever you want to call them, lines, you can use like a highlighting one like I use. This is the YSL High Cover Touché High Cover. I like this. This is nice. The one thing I will say about this product that I really do like is that it has that really lightweight texture to where it's not creasing. So specifically around the eyes, around the nose, around the crow's feet, those kind of like high wrinkle traffic areas, so to speak. It's not a problematic concealer, if that makes sense. I've done enough research and had enough fails to know this one does just fine. And then I set that. Now, granted, with my under eyes, I do bake because, quite frankly, for a few reasons. I want the brightening, but I also really want to set this because of my mascara and because I am on the oilier side of things, so I have more likelihood of transfer. But, and also because you do have the under eye creases, you know, like just from like your actual eyeball. So it is nice to have something in there just to kind of really set the makeup and minimize the chance of that creasing. If you are concerned with the application of your powder, like when you're actually going in, you'll notice I do that same. I push and I just kind of I'm not like rubbing, I'm not swiping, I'm not doing anything like that. I just kind of push the powder in. There are schools of thought that you go like against the grain of the wrinkle. The problem with that is, especially as you get older, your elasticity tends to go, and if you're going against the grain, and you're not like literally lifting the skin apart to do it, it looks weird. It looks like you skipped half your face. It can look really yucky. And then also, it can look heavy. It can look super heavy. So I tend to go like straight at it, and then I tend to roll a little bit, like that kind of dab motion, just to really kind of get in there, but also to keep it from being too much, right? Because at the end of the day, you don't want to look too heavy. Most of the time, I'd say that like a good amount of the time, that's a huge concern still, is I want to look like this, but I don't want to look too heavy. So to kind of keep that in mind when treating something like signs of aging with makeup, you want to kind of find that balance. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I already have my makeup for over 50, my makeup and skincare for over 50 up. I had one more request for this type of video for acne. So I will hopefully have that filmed and up to you fairly soon. Please feel free to leave further video requests in the comments. Let me know if you guys like this video, if you want to see more of this, if there's anything else you want to see that I could speak to. I am happily always accepting video ideas from y'all. But yeah, so I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.